Appreciate it.
So, would you say that you would believe that Family Guy Stewie Griffin created the universe more than a being that has been talked about
More
for
than the
thousands of
Christian
years?
religion? Yeah, I do think it's more likely. Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate the cash app. Thank you so much, Marina. I
Alrighty.
appreciate it.
Goodbye.
Why so? I can refer to you, man.
Nah,
You're good? Okay. All right. Well, it's more likely to be true because there's contradictions entailed within Christianity, whereas like it's logically possible for Stewie Griffin to be God. Like there's honestly no contradiction with that worldview. Colton, thank you so much for the cash app. I appreciate the offering. Appreciate the offering. We're gonna go on to the next person. Only send a guest request. If you disagree, we are just looking for some debates, everyone. Apparently we have someone named Reptilian coming up. Let's see if they get accepted. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello?
What's happening, man?
Yeah, do you think that being gay is wrong or moral?
I really don't think it's immoral. Your definition of wrong isn't going to meet my definition. Let me say, for one, I'm not affiliated with any kind of belief system. I'm not left, I'm not right. I didn't vote for Trump. I'm not against gay people per se. Are you gay?
No, I'm not. Do you think that gay intercourse is wrong?
Defining wrong naturally to propagate the species of the human race, yes, it's wrong. Now, for instinct, it is not wrong. Okay? So you have to look at the propagation of species when you define wrong. To some people, subjectively, it will be morally wrong, of course, because they follow a religion or an indoctrinated belief.
Is it wrong for me to engage in intercourse with an infertile woman?
An infidel woman? Well, I don't believe in infidel women. So, I mean, there's...
You don't believe infertile women exist?
I thought you said infidel. I'm sorry, infertile? No. If that is your instinct and your nature is pushing you towards that, your natural instincts, then have at it, man.
Yeah, so like if it is the case that it doesn't lead to reproduction and it's not considered wrong, why is it wrong to engage in gay intercourse because that doesn't lead to reproduction, but it's okay in this sense? Sarah, I appreciate it so much, and thank you, Raymond. I appreciate the cash app.
Well, to define...
Oh, his kids came home, everyone.
No, they only walked in the room here. To define wrong, okay? So naturally, if our species all decided to mate with the same sex, once you reach the 42 per 60% barrier, then our species is going to go extinct. You will see extinction on the horizon. Okay, but
same thing would be true if we engage in intercourse with women that are only engaged in intercourse with women that are infertile, but that's not going to happen. 1, 2, is it wrong for me to be celibate?
I don't think so. No.
But if everyone were celibate, we wouldn't be able to propagate the species.
Yes, but we have never or nowhere near reached that marker yet. The percentages are way too low. So you're defining wrong as being natural or unnatural. That's the way I define things. I don't define it morally.
The background noise is a little loud right now. If you'd like to come on another time, I'd love to have a continued conversation with you.
Okay. All right.
For sure, man. Appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much.
Yep. Take it easy.
All right, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request. If you disagree, we are just looking for some debates. Everyone, tap that screen. Let's try to get to 500,000 likes. If you want to help get it out to more people, share the live, copy link, send it to a few friends, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? All right, we're going to go to the next person. Again, only send a guest request. If you disagree, we are just looking for some debates. Everyone, keep tapping that screen. Yo, I appreciate the Venmo. Thank you so much, Ashley. I appreciate the $10. Thank you very much. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
17.
You got to be 18 plus to join the live. TikTok rules.
No.
TikTok rules, everyone. 18 plus, y'all. 18 plus. Yo, Cassidy, thank you so much for the $30. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We will continue preaching the schmoshble. I promise. We will continue. Let's go on to the next person. Keep tapping that screen. Let's try to get to 500,000 likes. Y'all already know the deal, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Sorry, I was eating. I didn't think you was going to call me up.
Yeah, do you think do you think being gay is wrong or moral?
I do, because I am
so?
a Christian.
Okay, so how do you know Christianity is accurate in describing what's right and wrong?
Well, when I was growing up, I was born with a closed tear duct in my thigh, you know. So my mom took me to church. I was 3 months old. They prayed for me. It it healed me. I was healed. Okay. I was about 8 years old, and my mom got all her teeth pulled, and the bleeding would not stop. So she had me call my grandpa, which is a preacher, and I come from a long line of Pentecostal preachers. And he had me get the verse. I can't remember what it is to stop blood, Matthew something, can't remember. And he had me read it over and over, and it stopped. It was a short period of time because she had a old wash pan, bloody towel that was just dripping, and it stopped. So there's too many things I've witnessed in church. I mean, they were Holy Ghost speaking in tongues. That's what I witnessed. And my mom was like shy, and I can't see her getting in a church and actually getting into the spirit and falling and just lay there and just for it to be a pretend thing, that there isn't a spiritual or a God or something in there in her. The Father, Son, Holy Ghost. I believe in all of that because of what I have witnessed myself.
Okay. So here's a few things. One, just because two events are associated doesn't mean one caused the other. This is a correlation causation fallacy. So just because it is the case that we do associate that there was a stop of blood doesn't mean it's just caused by the fact that we were necessarily praying. Also, if we believe in the Father, Son, Holy Ghost, do we believe that they are all God?
I do.
Okay. And if we believe that God is logically identical to itself, right, we would say that there's no distinction between the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, right?
Well, I don't know. I can't say enough to back it up. It's just like I said, the way I was raised, the way I didn't continue to go to church.
Wait, no, my point is
Just
if they're all the same, right? The
Mhm.
Father is God, the Son is God, and the Holy Ghost is God, right? That means that they're all just God, and that there's no differences between them, right? They're logically identical. They are themselves. So if that is the case, then how could we say that Jesus is human, the Son is human, but the Father is not human? How could we say one died on the cross and the other one didn't? That would be a distinction. We'd be contradicting ourselves. We can't say that they're the same and different. Oh, she left. Okay, all right. We're going to go to the next person, everyone. Tap that screen. Let's try to get to 500,000 likes. If you want to help get out to more people, share the live copy link, send it to a few friends. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 20 years old, babes.
Yeah, do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
Yeah, yeah.
Why so?
I believe, there are some problems in the LGBT community, especially forcing things upon other people. That's my issue.
Oh, have you been on here before at the Babes? I honestly thought that sounded familiar. That
Yeah,
sounded familiar. We're going to go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. He's been on before. It's the Babes, dude. I know it does sound familiar. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
What's your birth year?
2005. I just turned 18 recently.
For sure. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
No.
All right, for sure. Well, I am just looking for people who disagree, but I appreciate you coming on. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request. and a male asshole, those also come from nature. The male prostate that produces sexual pleasure when stimulated, that also comes from nature.
But guess what? We can't reproduce that way.
So neither can
The
me
world
with
would-
an infertile.
we would-
Wait, hold up.
we
Neither could
cease to
I.
exist.
Neither could I if an infertile woman engaged in intercourse with me. Right? If it is the case
That's-
that
that's
someone is
the-
celibate, hold up. If
that's-
it is the case that someone is celibate, someone just chooses never to engage in intercourse. That's not wrong under your view, right?
No, absolutely
Yet if
not.
everyone was celibate and no one decided to engage in intercourse with anyone, there would be no reproduction under your world.
Absolutely not. But who would do that? That's why we have urges.
Yeah, not everyone would be gay. That's not going to happen. That's not how it works. You can't choose to be gay. It is the case that people just are gay, right? If it was the
I
case
think a
that
lot of people are
choose,
choosing.
okay, so
I
could
think
you
a
choose
lot of people are
Oh,
choosing.
okay, Steven, could you choose to find
A
me
lot
sexually?
of gay people have some kind
Steven.
of trauma in their life.
Steven, yeah, can you give me any evidence, first of all, that trauma causes people to be gay, one, and then two, can you explain to me,
people I know.
can you explain to me, can you choose to find, like me sexually arousing?
No, I couldn't choose to. No.
You couldn't?
No.
So if you couldn't choose to find me sexually attractive, what makes you think that gay people can choose?
I can't choose to eat people either, Parker. But there's people out there that can.
Wait, so I don't. By the way, you could choose to do that, but you wouldn't want to do that.
No.
So you
I
couldn't.
only
You
would
couldn't.
have to do
You
that
couldn't
if I
choose
had to do it.
You couldn't choose to want to do that, right? But you could choose to do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Could
So the
choose,
idea here.
but I'm
Hold
not-
up.
But something in my head's telling me not to.
Yeah, but and you didn't choose
Something's
that.
telling me we're wrong. It's wrong to eat people.
Yeah, and
Isn't
okay,
that wrong? Is it wrong? So it's right to eat people?
I think it's wrong.
You think it's wrong to eat people?
Yes.
Okay, there you go. But you could choose to, correct?
Yes.
I'll give you the same argument back.
I'm not just saying because you can choose something that makes it okay. That was never my claim. And again, I didn't make the claim that you choose to be gay. I was claiming that you don't choose to be gay, right? That you, in the same way that you don't choose to be straight. There are people out there that do all those types of weird things, but I think that they don't choose those. Okay? Could you find a tree sexually arousing? No, you couldn't choose that. There's some people out there that have genetic predispositions literally towards finding trees sexually arousing. That actually happens.
No, it's not. It's called they're freaking crazy. There are crazy people in this world.
There are literally documented genetic predispositions towards finding trees sexually arousing.
Genetically, yeah, that means something chemical imbalance in their brain. Just like there's serial killers. There's been serial killers. Yeah, then there's genomes for being killers. And
there are genomes for being different types of things. I agree, but like it depends on what we're talking about. That's going to be something that's going to be like psychological.
No, it's not. It's just there's crazy people and there's just normal people.
Okay. So being gay is not crazy. What is wrong with someone, right, finding a member of the same sex attractive?
What is wrong with it?
Yeah, if we're talking an adult consenting relationship, what is wrong with them finding them attractive and engaging in intercourse with them?
If there's two consenting adults, nothing. It's none of my business.
Oh, so it's not wrong.
No, it's wrong.
So why is it wrong?
For one, because it doesn't belong together.
Why does it not belong together?
A square peg doesn't belong in a round hole, Parker.
Why does it belong to? What do you mean a square? Where'd you get the square from?
A square peg does not belong in a round hole.
Is your shit some square shit? Like, are you in Minecraft or something?
No. You never heard that expression?
No.
A square peg fits in a round hole. You never heard that?
No.
Thought you're a man of the world.
Not
man.
in terms of talking about engaging in intercourse.
It's just in terms. I'm just saying.
Dude,
you can't fit 5 pounds of crap in a 10-pound bag.
Are you Steve from
No,
Minecraft?
I'm Steve from Pittsburgh. Nope, not Steve from Minecraft.
Well, then why is it fucking square?
It's an expression, Parker. It's an expression. Do you know you can't fit 5 pounds of shit in a 10-pound bag? It's an expression.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't belong.
You can. You
it
can
doesn't
fit 5
belong.
pounds.
I can't
fit 5 pounds of shit into a 10-pound bag. Yes, you can.
Huh?
You can literally put 5 pounds of shit in a 10-pound bag.
That's not what I said. You can't put 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag.
There you go. You got it right now.
There you go. Well, I must have said it wrong.
Okay, yeah.
But you know what I mean. They don't go together. We can't.
Yeah, so
it's
why
just
does it?
wrong.
Wait. Why doesn't it go together? You didn't give me a reason. Because very clearly, someone can put their male
Because
member
our
into the
parts
anus
don't
of an
line up.
individual.
Our parts don't line up. I can't have a. What happens when
They do align.
You can. No, they don't.
They actually do. Legitimately, it works.
No, it legitimately doesn't.
Okay. Have you tried? Do you have experience?
No, but
So then you have no clue.
My 2-year-old kids can figure that out.
What?
Boys go with girls, and that's the way it's supposed to be.
That's because you said that to him, not in the way that you're just referencing. That was a weird way to reference that, by the way. That's a.
What do you mean? My kids know. They know. Boys and girls. They play Barbie dolls.
A 2-year-old knows.
Yes.
That a male member goes into the anus of an individual.
No, they know that Ken Barbie belongs with the Barbie.
Wait, Stephen, can I ask you one question? At what
you can ask me as many because I don't think I'm ever going to convince you, no matter what argument I ever get. Because
maybe you could, Steve. Steve, I just want to ask a question. What temperature does water freeze in Fahrenheit?
32 degrees.
Good. How many continents are there?
7.
Can you name them?
Oh, let's go. I mean, I haven't did this in 6th grade, but we can go. We can go North America, South America, Antarctica, Asia, Europe. 2 more. Let's go. This is really helping prove the gay point, but there's 2 more. Australia. 1 more. What's the other continent?
It's Australia or Oceania, but I'll give that to
you. Last one. Would it be not Siberia? That'd be Europe. Would it be Greenland? No.
Yep, you got it. So real. Yep.
Did I really?
Yep, definitely.
I knew it'd be north. Does that prove anything?
No, by the way, it's Africa. It's Africa, by the way.
Oh my God, I forgot Africa. Yeah, you're right. Wow, how the fuck did I forget that? Oh, well, that means I must not know. That proves something. What's it prove, Parker? It proves nothing.
Well,
it proves nothing. It's just the smugness, your arrogance. Oh, I bet he doesn't know the continents. And it doesn't. It just.
He kind of didn't. Oh, he just got removed for community guidelines. It's what we call in the live here the IQ test. Okay, we run the IQ test on an individual sometimes, right? We might add some other questions. We'll see. But yeah, tap that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 500,000 likes. If you want to help get out to more people, share the live, everyone. Let's go on to the next person, though. Only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. It's not an IQ test. That's not a good IQ. It is a great IQ test, okay? This is common knowledge. It's very common knowledge. Only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. I'm trying to get on to the next person. Keep tapping that screen and keep sharing the live copy link. Send it to a few friends. He broke rules, apparently. I didn't kick him. It was TikTok TOS. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 26.
Do you think that being gay is wrong or moral?
So I would say it's definitely wrong in a sense of because it doesn't help human population at all. It's wrong in God's eyes. I don't hate you for being gay, you know. I don't hate you for the things that you do at all. I don't hate anyone. You feel me? I actually love you. You feel me, as a human being, but being gay doesn't help human population. Just as in a sense of an example of if you put a bunch of lesbians or gay people on one island, we wouldn't survive. We need each other. Well, men and women need each other.
Is it wrong to be celibate?
Is it wrong to be celibate? No. It's not wrong to be celibate.
But if everyone on an island was celibate, there would be no reproduction. After 200 years, there would be just bones. You
said what?
If everyone was celibate on an island, after 200 years, there would be just bones.
Is being celibate committing an immoral act?
No.
But being gay is?
No.
Why wouldn't it be?
Well, because there would be no ramifications of being gay.
But the thing is, though, why can't men reproduce with men?
It just happens to be the case that if we're talking adult males that they can't. Why can't we could relate to the same idea in other circumstances? Is it wrong for me to engage in intercourse with an infertile woman because that does not lead to reproduction?
You said an infertile woman, but it's still natural because our parts are made for each other.
Okay, but
two men
that goes back to
before
God. That goes back to God. So how do you know that God
But
exists?
we were made this way. We were made man and woman.
Yeah, because your notion
Man
of
and
God. Okay, so how do you know that God exists in order to proclaim that being gay is immoral by virtue of God existing?
Say that again, my bad.
Okay, you say that being gay is immoral by virtue of God existing. How do you know that being gay is immoral by virtue of God existing? We would ask the question, how do you know that your God exists?
How do we know God exists? Because he came down in human form to prove his existence.
Okay, so you believe resurrection occurred.
Yes, I do believe that.
What's your evidence of resurrection?
History. Jesus is
what
actually
aspect of history?
historically documented, but
I believe Jesus existed.
even outside of the Bible. Okay, so let's take it to this standpoint. Okay,
Jesus existed, was crucified on the cross. Why does that justify resurrection?
why does it justify his resurrection? Because he came back to life after 3 days.
How do you know that?
Historical context.
What historical context?
Historical. Besides the Bible, there are emperors. If you think about it, he was killed by the Romans, correct?
Yes.
He was okay. Okay, so who was the Roman emperor at this time?
I don't remember.
You said you don't remember?
Yeah, I have no clue.
Okay. But okay, to go outside of that, I'm just trying to say that it's based off history that he actually lived and he actually resurrected off of eyewitness accounts. That's what history is based off of. But
What eyewitness account?
So you said what?
What eyewitness account?
What, the apostles?
Okay, what apostles?
What do you mean apostles? What we can go with Paul. We can go Matt.
Well, Paul didn't even know Jesus.
Watch out. Go. Can you go over there?
I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. That Paul didn't even know
Go over there.
Jesus.
Go over there.
Matt, am I right about that? I'm pretty sure I am.
Go over there, man. Oh, you crazy dude.
Do you want to take care of your kid? Yeah, Paul didn't know Jesus. Yeah, so I don't know how the hell he would have been an eyewitness to Jesus' resurrection. But yeah, tap that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 500,000 likes. Again, if you want to help get out to more people, share the live, copy link, send it to a few friends. He already left, everyone, so we're going to go on to the next person. Again, only send a guest request if you disagree. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Oh, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey,
How old are you?
me?
Yeah.
Is there an age limit in your room?
Oh, it's just 18 plus. Do you think that being gay is
Oh,
wrong or
yes,
immoral?
I am 18 plus. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
just making
18
sure.
plus 18. Thank you for asking. That's very kind and considerate. I just think it's wrong.
Well, I have to because of my lives, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you. I think it's wrong. I follow the Bible. I don't think it's, let me see. I don't think it's wrong. I think it's immoral. Wait a minute.
So those are the same thing. But how do you know?
Right.
So you know
I don't
based
think-
upon the. So you
Well,
know.
based upon the Bible,
So how do
I
you know?
go by God's word, and it has, for all these years I've been on earth, I mean, I've had some hard and trying times, but I've been safe pretty much so for a long time, just following the words, and not strictly. I'm not perfect or nothing like that. I mean, just, kind of the basic following. Because in no way am I a perfect Christian, but I am that, and that's probably it for me. I don't hate anyone, and let me tell you, I believe people are born gay or whatever they are. Because I grew up with a little boy. I've always been a nurse. I think I've always been a nurse all my life, and he cried easy, and and then he grew up. He was gay. So I don't think, and we didn't know anything about that. We didn't, the boys wouldn't play with him because he was easy to cry, or whatever.
Yeah.
But
So by the way,
with him, so I know in my heart of hearts, we as children did not know.
yeah. How do we know that God exists in order to proclaim that being gay is immoral or engaging in gay intercourse
How
is
do you
immoral?
know a toothache exists? How? Tell me how.
evidence based upon observation,
Oh,
reproducible
no, sir.
evidence,
It ain't
testable
about
evidence?
no observation. No, sir. It's about what you feel and what you know in your head. And I've had proof. I've had proof. Every time I've called him in an emergency, he was Johnny on the spot. And I've had some close, especially snow, different things, I've had some encounters, and I have had, I would say, not conversations like we're having tonight, but conversations with not words, I'll say it like that. That you have a headache or a toothache, and then I have faith.
So no, that would be a false inference, right? Because when we're relating to like the ideas of whether or not we have a toothache, we have observational evidence of it exists. We have reproducible
don't.
evidence. When it
No, we
relates
don't.
to like
I'm
a
an
faith
Ari, and
belief,
there is nothing to
when it
observe.
relates
No,
to a
sir.
faith belief, when it relates to a faith belief, when it relates to a God, I appreciate.
What's going on?
Exoskin really.
It is.
Okay.
Yes, it is. But
Would you like to
okay,
provide that?
I would like to say that that's not true. There is proof of there is a God. There
proof?
is proof.
Like what proof?
Well, we were talking about the disciples, and we were talking about Mary, and we were talking about biblical people. So though there were witnesses to Christ's
Resurrection?
revelation.
Yeah.
Yes, resurrection.
What witness? What particular witness?
There were some of the disciples there. There was let me think. I got to think now. I'm not real good on all the words, the entire Bible, but I know who was it Mary Magdalene the first to see Christ after he was resurrected?
Mary Magdalene?
Yes.
Yeah, where did you see that in the Bible?
I can't tell you where. I believe she was the first to see the resurrected Christ. But anyway, let's don't go into religion. It's about what I think and feel. I don't think people should be bothered. I don't think they should be harassed or anything happen to them. But me, yes, I feel it's wrong because of the word and mainly because of the word.
Yeah. So but we just have faith in that. We have no standard to say that this is accurate, right? The same way that if someone makes a claim about another religion, say the Prophet Muhammad makes a claim that he had an experience with the angel Gabriel and was able to dictate the Quran and this revelation from God based upon this experience. But it seems like we don't accept that because you think that Islam is false.
See, I don't think that Islam is false. See, I'm not a hardcore.
If you believe that Jesus crucified on the cross, you think Islam is false. Because it claims in Islam, right, and in the Quran, right, that Jesus did not crucify on the cross.
Okay. They are wrong. Well, then I do believe they are wrong.
So then how do you differentiate between their claim and your claim to say that their claim is unjustified and your claim is justified if both of the claims are just based upon faith?
Like I say, whenever I've needed the Most High God, He's been there for me. And I don't know whether it's you want to say maybe coincidentally or how I could have the questions I've had for my Father. And He's come to me with the answers. As I said, I feel I've communicated, not seen God, communicated. Now, I did have a near-death experience, and I did see this bright light, and I saw some head shapes, but someone said something to me. I came back, I answered their question. And,
yeah, so that's when DMT releases in your brain.
But anyway, we're getting off subject.
Yeah, so that's when DMT releases in your brain, near-death experiences.
I know.
Yeah, it causes a psychedelic drug, and then that can produce experiences like that.
It causes the same reaction in everybody. It doesn't make sense.
Oh,
That doesn't
it
make
doesn't.
sense.
No, it doesn't cause the same reaction to everyone. Not everyone sees that.
Everyone that has everyone that has seen these visions or images or
They're
whatever
similar,
we
though.
want to call them, near death, it had the near death experiences.
What does it mean?
Let them look it up, everyone. Give it a second, everyone. In the meantime, tap that screen. Let's try to get to 1 million likes. If you want to help get out to more people, share the live. Everyone, copy link, send it to a few friends. Keep tapping that screen. Spam FYP in the comment section, everyone, if you want to help get out to more people as well. I appreciate it so much. Just let them Google his little definition real quick, everyone. We will be running that, Phoebe. Don't worry. We will be running that. We will be asking about that. I promise. I promise. Just tap that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 1 million likes. Again, if you want to help get out to more people, keep sharing the live, copy link, send it to a few friends. We will be doing that. Everyone keeps spamming the FYP, everyone. That's absolutely wild. Absolute W's, everyone. It helps get it out to more people, makes the lives more entertaining, everyone. So I do appreciate everyone who's done that so far, everyone. Did you find the definition?
Yeah.
What was it?
Multiple issues. Multiple issues.
What does issue mean? That's not a definition of the word issue.
Yeah, it is. Most definitely it is.
Saying issued is not a definition of the word issue.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so I'm going to define God as God. Does that tell you what God is? I'm going to define the word table as table. Does that tell you what a table is? I'm going to define the word snuffleupagus as snuffleupagus, right? Does that tell you what a snuffleupagus is? You've muted. I can't hear you when you're paused, man. But everyone keep tapping that screen. Let's try to get to 1 million likes, everyone. You already know the deal, everyone. If you want to support the pastor, the church, everyone, the atheist church, send Venmos in the offering, everyone. Cash App as the offering. You already know the deal, everyone. Yeah. So do you have a
right, Parker?
Yeah. What's up?
So go ahead and look it up. You tell me what it means. I did look it up, and you don't think that's right. So go ahead. It has multiple things, but go ahead. You look it up and you tell me, because I just told you, and you said that I'm wrong. So go ahead and you look it up.
No, I said that you gave a circular definition, and it doesn't describe anything to me. Okay, so if you say issue is issue, it says nothing.
Okay, so I didn't. Okay, so forget that. I didn't say issue. Okay, so I told you what the definition, and you don't want to hear me.
What was the definition?
But
I couldn't hear you when you were paused.
Mental. Okay, but I said mental.
It's
it
mental.
Is a mental. Now, mental.
So being
does
straight
not
and
mean
being gay is
disturbed.
mental. Why is being gay wrong?
Why is it wrong?
Yeah.
Because there's an imbalance in your brain.
Why is it an imbalance?
There's an imbalance.
How do you know it's an imbalance?
How do I know it's an imbalance? How do you know that it isn't? How do you know that it isn't?
I have no good reason to believe that it is. Can you give me a reason why there's an imbalance? You know, I believe being
Because
straight is an imbalance.
Okay. Okay. There you go. That's good.
You're not going to ask imbalance of what, or how do you know it's imbalanced?
No, Parker.
No?
It's because what it is, Parker, is if it wasn't for your mom and dad getting together, you wouldn't be here to argue the point that you're trying to argue or debate.
Okay. If my dad didn't get divorced from his ex-wife, I wouldn't be here either. Does that mean you should get divorced?
There you go.
Does that mean you should get divorced?
I'm not saying that's right or wrong.
No, should you get divorced in all circumstances because that's the case? No.
No.
It exists to be able to argue this today if he did not get divorced.
Right. You wouldn't be here today if you didn't get your mom and your dad got together and had you. So
I would not be here if he never got divorced. Right.
So there you go then. Right. Yep.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying that that's right. It's not right for everybody. It's not right for me. You're asking my opinion on something. I don't think it's right for two men to get together. It's not right for two women to get together.
Yeah, but what's the reason?
What is the reason? It's immoral.
Okay.
That's why it's
Here, I'm
immoral.
going to ask you a question. How many continents are there?
How many Okay, I don't know. There. How about I don't know? Ask me another question. I'll tell you I don't know on that either.
Okay,
I don't know.
At what temperature does water freeze in Fahrenheit?
I don't know.
Can you name to me three? Can you name to me three countries outside of the United States?
No.
Are you for real?
Yeah, I'm not. No, I have no idea. Can you tell me? Educate me. Educate everybody that's listening.
Yeah. So there are 7 continents.
There you go.
The temperature in which water freezes in Fahrenheit is
32?
32.
Oh,
Appreciate
I'm
it.
sorry.
Thank you so
Did I
much.
say 32? I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay. So can you actually respond to my questions then?
No, I did. I said no.
Yeah, but you're not answering them when you know them. It seems.
Well, no, I did answer my foot. No, I said no. No.
You said no, but
No.
you did because you said 32 before.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Sounds like you're a little emotional, man.
I'm not emotional. Thing is, Parker's, I don't think it's right for men, biological men, mentally, chemically imbalanced. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's okay for straight men, chemically imbalanced men, to come on here and say that other people are chemically imbalanced. Okay, I believe that you're chemically imbalanced because you're straight. Okay.
Okay.
Both me and
right.
you, we're both straight, so we're both chemically imbalanced.
Okay.
Okay. So, do you have any justification for your view that it's
You don't? Okay, that's fine. I guess that's good. That's all right.
That's fair. Okay.
That's good.
Fair. So you say that being gay is wrong. I say being straight's wrong. What's your view?
All right, but you're straight yourself.
Yeah.
So what's your point?
It's wrong.
Okay, there you go. I guess it's wrong.
You're not going to ask for justification. You're not going to ask for any point.
I hope that you don't reproduce. Really, I hope you don't.
You hope I don't reproduce?
Yeah, really don't. I don't.
I'm going to. So
you think
that's
so?
Tough. I am going to. Absolutely.
Your kids are gonna be a little fucked up, man. I'm sorry.
How are they going to be messed up?
Because you have no morals.
How do I have no morals?
I don't know. Well, why is it that you don't? Let's see here. Why is it you don't go shoot somebody or kill somebody? You think that's okay?
That's wrong.
Well, would you think that was wrong?
Because it's against my preferences.
Okay. Your preferences. It's not against the law. It's just against your preferences.
Yep.
Okay. There you go.
There have been lots of things that have been legal throughout the context of history that have been wrong.
That explains everything right there.
Yeah, slavery was considerably legal, right? That doesn't mean that it's right. Legality defines nothing.
Is it legal in the United States? I didn't know that was illegal.
Slavery is legal under the 13th Amendment. Yeah, slavery is legal under the 13th Amendment within the context of prisons. Appreciate the autumn leaves. Thank you so much. I appreciate Ali.
No, that's not slave. No.
Yeah,
that's the definition of slave is being
Read
in
the
prison.
13th Amendment. Read the 13th Amendment. Would you like me to read it? Would you like me to read it, or do you want to read it? I won't be able to hear you in your pause, by the way. So I'll just read it out for the audience, okay? All right, let's read it out. The 13th Amendment to the Constitution abolished slavery and involuntary servitude except as punishment for a crime. Oh, he just got removed for community guidelines. That's tough. TikTok today is going absolutely crazy with the TOS. We're going to go into the next person. If you like the content, follow me. If you're ready, tap that screen. Let's try to get to 1 million likes. If you want to help get out to more people, share the live, copy link, send it to a few friends, everyone. The next person. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
21.
Do you think that being gay is wrong or moral?
Repeat the question. What did you say?
Do you think being gay is wrong or moral?
Nah, I don't.
All right, I'm just looking for people who disagree. I appreciate you coming on, though. Thank you so much. Only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. You already know the deal, everyone. Only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. Okay, for some reason it's not accepting this person. We're going to try the next. Again, only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. For some reason it's not accepting people. We're going to try the next person, everyone. Keep going, y'all. Okay, for some reason it's not going to accept this individual either. Just give it a second, everyone. We're going to be getting on to this next person here very, very soon. Tap that screen. Let's try to get to 1 million likes. If you want to help get out to more people, share, copy link. You already know the deal, everyone. If you want to support the live, everyone, one of the best ways to do so is by supporting through the Venmo or the Cash App. I get 100% of the proceeds, whereas here on TikTok, I get a lot less, everyone. So if you do want to support, that's one of the best ways to do so. Plus, by subbing, you get access to the sub-only chats that I put on for the last hour of my live. Plus, you get access to all the exclusive emotes. So if you want to have access to that as well, subscribe if you haven't already. We are not going to be on for a while, on sub-only chat for a while, though, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, what's up? I'm 18.
Yeah, do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Well, okay, let's just say I'm old school. So Me going with the Bible.
So you believe in the Bible?
Well, yeah, I believe in the Bible. Yeah.
Do you believe the Bible is like? Do you have faith in Jesus?
No, I believe in Jesus.
Do you believe Jesus is God?
Well, yes, but no, but yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna go talk to someone who accepts classical logic. Appreciate coming on though. All right, we're gonna go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree. Everyone, we're just looking for some debates. If you don't accept logic, if you're an illogical human being, do not send a guest request. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yes, I think it's wrong.
How old are you?
24.
Yeah. Do you think that? So why do you think it's wrong? I mean.
All right. Do you believe in pronouns?
Yes, I believe pronouns exist.
Okay. So when you go on a date, I have a question for you, right? I'm just going to prove you're logical on why it's immoral.
I assume people's pronouns.
All right. So if you were to like go on a date, right, or go on any type of dating site, and if you see a gender or see a person with the pronouns he or she without verifying if it's male, and you go on a date, right? You go on a date and you finish off the date and you take it to the room without her ever saying that, oh, she was born a male, right? You get undressed in the room and she has the same part with yours. What do you do in that situation? Do you leave or do you continue the relationship?
I would leave because I'm not attracted to stuff like that. Secondly, I wouldn't be in a circumstance like this as I don't engage in like hookups, right? I only engage with people that I have developed emotional connections with in the context of a relationship. And then nextly, right? Also, right, this has nothing to do with being gay. Would you like to give me an argument that relates to the topic?
It is related to the topic because if the person was born naturally to be female, right, and everything nowadays is produced through surgery. So like if that person was to surgically remove their part. So if you were to go in a relationship, how is that wrong if they were born to be female? Like, why would you leave if it's
I don't think it's wrong. I don't think it's wrong, right? But it is the case that I'm not attracted to things. Like, for example, right? There are some women I'm not attracted to, but it's not wrong for me to engage in intercourse with them.
But it doesn't, I think it doesn't answer the question though. I feel like you're going off the topic. It's the same thing because you're telling everyone like if male on male sex is not wrong and you match with this female who identifies as a she and you go on a date with her at the end of the day.
Yeah, and I'm not attracted to male members, right?
I know, but the thing is,
saying I'm not attracted to male members doesn't mean that I think that it's wrong to be gay.
But this is the confusing part, right? Because it happens to a lot of people where they get catfish, right? A lot of transgender, they go on dating sites. They have everything that a female has.
I don't know why you're talking about trans. Why do you have such an issue with trans people? Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Like, the topic has literally nothing to do with trans people, and you bring trans people into the conversation, like literally for no reason. Just to hate on trans people for no reason. No, they aren't catfishing people. Trans people in most circumstances will be very expressive with the fact that they are trans. Right?
No, I'm just trying to explain why it would be immoral is what I'm trying to say. Like, because at the end of the day, I'm not saying
what's immoral.
Distinguishing what's good or bad or right or wrong. Because how can you justify?
No. Tell me what's immoral about being gay.
What's immoral is that you can no longer like have kids from it.
Okay, if I engage in intercourse with an infertile woman, is that wrong?
No, because modern medicine can help you.
So if I engage in intercourse with her and it doesn't lead to reproduction, it's not wrong. But if I engage in intercourse with a man and it doesn't lead to reproduction, that's wrong. What's the relevant distinction between these two that means that it's wrong in one but not the other?
Because right and wrong meaning like if you were to engage with a female, it's obviously right. And if you guys were to seek therapy, you guys can have kids, right? And then male on male, same thing. If they were
no. Actually,
I'm trying
wait, are you talking about through IVF? In vitro fertilization?
No, I'm talking about like just conventional medicine therapy. There's medications, there's IVF.
No, if someone is born without if someone's born without a uterus, they cannot produce children through their own methods. Right? In this scenario, if you want to do IVF, in vitro fertilization, gay people can do that as well.
I know, but you have to understand like the logic of between immoral and right? So it's like, for you to say like, if you don't practice it, like how are you trying to justify that it's right is what I don't get. Because that, to me, it just speaks hypocrite. Like,
how the fuck does it speak hypocrite? I don't think it's wrong to like squash, right? That doesn't mean that I like squash.
Well, can you define hypocrite from Google?
Can you listen to me first, and then and then we'll define that. I don't like squash, but it's not wrong. It's not morally wrong to like squash.
Yeah, because everyone has their opinion. People like.
Yeah. And wait, does that make sense to you? Am I a hypocrite for saying that?
No, because there's a lot of people that.
No. So I am not attracted to men, but it's not wrong to find attraction towards men.
Okay, but you pretend to have a certain belief about what is right, but you don't behave, but you disagree with the belief.
No, I don't think it's wrong to be gay. I never claimed that. I just don't find attraction towards men.
But it's not that you're thinking it's wrong. You're behaving in a way that it's wrong. You don't practice it, is what I'm saying.
How? Okay, so if I say that I don't like squash, am I behaving in a manner in which I think it's wrong to eat squash?
No, because that's an opinion that doesn't relate to like the situation.
Yeah, so this isn't, wait, this is completely perfectly analogous.
What do you mean?
This is perfectly analogous.
Well,
the idea is that I have a preference for a particular thing, but just because I don't have a preference for something else doesn't mean that I think it's immoral to like that thing.
Yeah, it's immoral because when you claim to pretend to have certain...
Really? So if I don't like skiing, right, is it immoral under my view to go skiing?
But why is all the analogies going based off of the topic? We're trying to speak about the topic and not go off the topic.
You just don't understand analogies.
No, I do. It's like
it's called abstractly thinking. So, right, we use other types of situations to be able to understand certain concepts that we apply within the context of this particular scenario.
So how does skiing have to do anything with orientation or sexual relationship or personality?
Because you were making the claim that if you don't have a preference for this particular thing, like me, I don't have a preference for male members. That somehow means that it's wrong.
But I'm not saying it's a preference, right? So as a hypocrite is pretty much a person who claims or pretends to have certain beliefs about what is right. So you're saying LGBT and those who practice it is obviously right.
I'm saying it's not right or wrong, right? It's morally neutral the same way being straight is morally neutral. It
So
simply
for
just
someone
is. There's not a claim that you should be gay. There's not a claim that you shouldn't be gay. There's not a claim that you should be straight. And there's not a claim that you shouldn't be straight.
Okay, Brooklyn, and I just saw your comment. I'm not closeted. I'm actually bisexual, and all my friends and family know that. So I'm just trying to debate him here because at the end of the day, it's like we all know what is right and wrong. And morality, speaking of morality and speaking of what's right and wrong, you understand it, right? So if you're speaking about this certain belief and you're saying that it's right, but you behave in a way that disagrees with those beliefs, meaning that you don't ever practice or you don't go on a date with a gay person or an LGBT person or an bisexual person, then you're going against what you're trying to debate, right? Like,
No, I'm not, dude. You are incapable of understanding any of these points. Abstractly think for a second. Let's put on a thinking cap and let's abstractly think for 2 seconds. Okay, right? I don't have a preference for male members. That does not mean I think it's wrong to have a preference for male members. In the same way that if I don't like broccoli, that doesn't mean that I think it's wrong to like broccoli.
Okay, so
if I don't find attraction towards a particular woman, right, that doesn't mean I find it to be immoral to find attraction towards that woman.
So how do you explain your desires towards your woman?
Towards my girlfriend?
Yeah. So how do you desire a woman?
Like some women I think are sexually attractive. Not all women.
But that's attraction is different between desiring. So
what do you mean? Desiring is the attraction. What are you talking about?
No, desire is different from attraction. Attraction is like you
Attraction is a type of desire.
No, it's
what are you talking about?
Attraction is just that you're attracted to them. You're not wanting to have them or you're wishing for something to happen with them. A desire is you're wishing for something to happen between you and that female. So how do you desire?
That would be another type of desire.
How does that make sense though?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, I have a desire in terms of finding them attractive, right? And then I have a desire in terms of wanting to engage in intercourse with them. I can find someone attractive, but not want to engage in intercourse with them. I don't want to engage in intercourse with anyone unless I have developed an emotional connection with them, unless I'm in a relationship with them, even if I find them sexually attractive.
So how do you define someone sexually attractive?
It's just an intuitive feeling. I just look at someone, I find them attractive, or I don't find them attractive.
But how is that possible when everybody has an attraction to something? I'm bisexual. For everyone that's saying that I'm closeted, everyone knows what I am.
Yeah, so what's your question? I'm confused.
Like, how do you define your attraction? Like, how do you go about dating then if you think that everything is wrong?
When did I say everything is wrong?
No, it's because when we try to give definitions, and I've come on here in the past and watched other people try to debate, every definition that people give, it makes logical sense in regards to what the dictionary explains and how they explain it, right? And then every time you guys try to give a definition of what you guys think it is, it's totally different from what the actual definition explains it to be. So, and that's why...
Are you just talking about the dictionary? You don't have to hold to the dictionary. There's no reason why you have to. Dictionaries are catalogs of how we use terminology, okay? So it's based on how we use it anyway. I just have to clarify what I mean to you.
No, that's not right.
How am I wrong?
Because you guys bring up, every time you guys try to justify something, you guys bring up these PubMed stuff and these different type of reports. But at the same time, how do you guys justify that when those are inspired human authors, just like how the Bible was written through inspired human authors?
Because we have reproducible evidence.
But how is it, like, where is that evidence?
There's one person that makes a claim and they say, oh, I feel like this is the case. I don't have evidence. And there's another person who makes a claim. This is the case because of these set of peer-reviewed studies in which indicate conclusions, because we can take into account different types of biases, manipulate variables, be able to form conclusions because of this, and be able to determine that it's not just some sort of random association based upon some level of confidence. Okay? So that is a completely fundamentally different claim than saying, trust me, bro.
So do you believe life exists in the ocean? In the bottom?
Yes.
Why so?
Because we have evidence of that.
But where's the fact if scientists haven't discovered?
We have gone down to that part. Are you talking about points that we have not gone to yet?
I mean, it's the same thing, right?
Points that we have not gone to yet. It's likely, given what we see in the rest of the ocean, but we haven't gotten to that point yet, so we don't know 100% for certain, of course.
But you just said that, yes, life exists, and now you're saying it doesn't. So what do you mean?
I thought you were just referencing at the bottom of the ocean, not like in like different like places that we haven't gone to discover yet.
Well, it's the same
they're
thing.
Bottom
Ocean
parts
is
of the ocean.
The Earth is 75% covered of the ocean. It's the same thing.
What's your point?
Do you believe life exists throughout the whole bottom of the ocean?
I don't. In places that we have not been yet, I don't. Go ahead.
Do you believe that life exists in other galaxies?
I think it's likely. Right, based upon the idea that the probability of there being life is above zero when it relates to our world, right? So if the probability is above zero, given that there are so many stars, so many galaxies, so many, so much, right? Literally, like there's more galaxies just in the fucking Milky Way, right? Or not galaxies, more stars in the in the Milky Way than there is just like literally fucking sand, pieces of sand on Earth.
Okay, and I have another question. So if the LGBT wasn't immoral, why is other like countries like killing off their people because of the practice? Like why is that not justified?
Because they have bad moral beliefs. Like the same way that people have engaged in slavery throughout all the context of society.
But
right?
how is
or
that
people have engaged in sex
other...
trafficking or raping.
But how is that different from the LGBT on the rest of the world? If it was right, they wouldn't be killing them, right?
That's not true. There are lots of things that you believe were right that still got negative, that still people got killed for all the time. Do you believe in Christianity?
It be accepted? Like, do
you believe in Christianity?
Of course.
Okay, Jesus got killed for claiming he's God. Was he wrong?
No, he rose from the dead.
Oh. So just because society didn't like him at the time and killed him for it, that doesn't mean that he was wrong.
No, he was put on the earth to die for the sins. That's why.
Okay, well, that's your other belief, but the claim is that they're not just wrong because of the fact that other people killed them. Okay, so your claim here fucking false. Second of all,
why would you bring up the Bible if you don't even believe in it in the first place? That's my belief.
Because I'm using it against you.
Well, why would you use it against you if it's a faith? Do you
because it's called it's called a reductio ad absurdism. I'm showing you that given your view, you already accept this type of thing. Right? So I was giving you a reductio to either entail a contradiction, right, with what you already prior preferred, right, or to show an absurdism in your claim.
So how do you believe you were created? Like, what is your faith in your creation?
I don't have a faith in a religion.
So how do you believe you existed?
I believe in evolution and Big Bang, but I don't know where all existence came from. I have no clue.
Are you confident that the Big Bang Theory is actual real life existence?
Yes, it's currently happening today. We can observe it. We can see cosmic background radiation photons in the context of our reality, which is essentially smoke from a gunshot. Appreciate the superpower. Thank you so much. And then we can also see red schists within our universe. Essentially, different types of things are moving away from us.
So why are there movies out here with little kids explaining that they've been in the afterlife and came back to explain their families that they never saw, and this is real life?
There are people that claim things all the time about spirituality. How do we know it's accurate?
They're kids, though. How do we know kids are true? How do we know your evolutionary Big Bang Theory is accurate? You were built and you came from a
We have evidence.
Yeah.
We have fucking evidence.
That's
right?
just
We have
based
proof.
off of evolutionary. If there was
we have fossil records based upon evidence, yes.
But if there is evidence, why are there Christians? Why are there Muslim? Why is there Islam? Why are there different religions?
Because people want to make themselves feel better, right?
But
And
how?
believing in religion makes them feel better. It's also the case that this has been
Through
used
what,
for
though?
order and control throughout the context of society.
They do what though? Through faith, like through trust and
Yeah, through
confidence
faith.
that there's a
Through
God?
faith. You feel like you're going to be going to some type of eternal paradise because you believe in this particular notion, right? That is meant to make yourself feel better, okay? That's literally
And
all
you're-
it is.
it's
It really,
literally
like, I'm not joking. Like, I think the belief entails contradictions. I think that it's false, right? And I think that I've tried to rationalize it throughout the context of my life because I grew up Christian. I grew up in the same sort of situations and standpoints as you. But there was no possible way that I could have rationalized it. I tried so fucking hard.
And do you know that like, I'm not saying, because obviously, like I said, I'm bisexual, but obviously I am a Christian and I do believe in faith. But are you able to tell me that homosexuality is a result of denying and disobeying God? Do you ever feel like that could be an issue?
No, because I don't believe your God can exist. It's logically impossible.
Okay, what about this? So my cousin, she like her first girlfriend her first relationship was a girl, right? First relationship. 3 years later on, after the relationship, she had sex with the male. She cheated, right? That was confirmation that she'd rather be with the male. So how do you explain those type of people when they explore and come out
thereby?
But what if their first date was a female? Wouldn't that make them gay?
No.
At first?
No. Before I went on a date, was I straight? Yeah. So, like, why would going on a date make you gay? Let's put on our thinking caps for a minute.
Why would I'm not saying going on a date is making you gay. I'm just saying, do you ever feel like people change their identities based off of exploring? Like, have you ever heard of the guy that changed?
I don't think they change it. I think they acknowledge more about it. Like, for example, right? If I was only shown throughout my life Fanta, right?
Okay, what about
I'd be like,
the
yo,
guy-
Fanta's so fucking fire, bro. Right? But then I try strawberry Fanta, right? Because I'm shown strawberry Fanta. I actually like strawberry Fanta more than orange Fanta. Okay? Well, that's because I had more experiences and I was able to judge based upon those experiences that I've had. But it was the case that my taste buds would have already liked strawberry Fanta more than orange Fanta.
Okay, and have you ever heard of Walt Hayer? Like, for Walt Hayer, and this is just an example relating to the topic, right? This is someone who transformed their actual identity and regretted it. So are you able to like relay and go based off of that topic? Like, what about people who regret it? Like, regret changing who they thought they were?
Regret being gay?
Yeah, like regret.
Could you choose to find your mother sexually arousing?
I mean, people have that choice.
Can you?
Not saying I can, but people have that choice.
So you can't? So if you don't have the ability to choose, what makes you think other people do?
Because it is a choice.
You just said it's a choice. How do you know that other people have a choice if you can't choose?
But I'm giving you something. I'm giving you an analogy that's related to the topic, and you're giving me something.
If you can't choose, how do you know that other people can choose?
I'm giving you something off of evidence. I'm giving you someone who.
Dude, I'm just asking a very specific question. If you cannot choose, what makes you think that other people can choose?
I mean, I can choose. If I'm attracted to a guy, I can be attracted.
No. Can you choose to find Can you choose to find your mother sexually attractive?
There's other people that do it. Like, is there?
I'm asking you. I'm not asking about other people right now. I'm asking about you.
But why would it have to be about me when we're relating?
Because
to, like,
again, I'm going to ask the question right after. I've already asked the question. You already know why, right? If you can't choose, what makes you think other people can?
If I was a horrible, disgusting.
Hey, answer my question, or I'm going to mute you. Okay?
Can I answer it for you? Like, if I was a horrible, disgusting, perverted human being, just like how there's other people who are into kids, other people who are into elderly, other people who are into different type of fetishes, then yeah, I would be wrong. People have that choice to make.
I'm not asking you that. Can you choose to find your mother sexually attractive?
If I was a horrible person and disgusting, yes.
I'm not asking
Anybody
if
can.
any circumstance. Did I say if? No, I said, can you?
No.
No, you can't. Okay. So if you can't choose to find your mother sexually attractive, what makes you think other people can choose their sexual attractions?
Because they have a history, they have a past, or they have something that's triggering them to do something that way.
So I'm confused, right? Can't something trigger you to do something a particular way?
I mean, that's the reason why I turned bi. I explored with the guy.
I don't think you turned bi. I think you were bi, right? The same way that you can't choose to find sexual attraction towards your mother is the same way you didn't choose to find sexual attraction towards men. Appreciate the handout. Thank you.
But it's like the analogy that you use is it always goes off a topic. Like the analogy I'm giving you, it relates literally to the topic. It literally
Dude, no,
relates to the topic.
I tell you how it relates. You just have no concept of abstractly thinking, like unironically. Like I'm not joking. Like this is very basic in terms of analogies. You use different circumstances. You just apply the reasoning, right? Let me ask you a question. How many continents are there?
I 7.
Can you name them?
Of course.
Go ahead.
Are you wanting me to name them?
Yep.
Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, and Australia. What else do you want to know?
Sure, I'll give that. What temperature
What is the
does water?
smallest continent? What's the smallest continent?
At what temperature does water freeze?
What's the smallest continent?
Europe. What temperature does water freeze?
It's Australia. Get it right. Next question.
Oh, maybe it is. I mean, I would have to look at the map again. What temperature does water freeze in Fahrenheit?
How about you tell me since you got one of my questions wrong?
So can you? I will, but can you tell me?
What was the question again?
At what temperature does water freeze in Fahrenheit? You're looking it up. I can hear it.
So you do the same thing.
So
yeah,
you don't know.
have to do the-
No, I actually don't look it up, man.
You and Parker literally type every single time you guys debate, and I'm literally just trying to give you logical sense. It's almost like saying if someone was to identify as a fox, right? Would you see them as a fox, or would you see them as a male or female, or the LGBT?
No,
person?
how do they define the term fox?
There's people sometimes. There's people.
Wait,
out there that,
Did you say you and Parker?
Are you and Dean?
Okay.
Or like, let's put it another example. How come you can't identify as the age 60? How come you can't identify as
because
age
it relates to time elapsed, which is stands independently true.
But how is that different from identity? From your
Because when we relate to like the commitments, right? The commitments are determined by one's desires. They have these desires; they would meet the conditions of the definition. Whereas like when it relates to time elapsed, right? It doesn't relate to the notions of desires. It relates to something that you can measure, right?
I don't agree.
Okay, what do you disagree with?
Pleasure and interest in sex remain as they age. So as people get older, they tend to find what they like and what they don't like. And that's just how people change, you know? And not only that, if I'm being 100% honest, I can...
Wait, that doesn't mean people change. That means they just found out what they like. Like, for example, right? If I did not eat Skittles until way later in my life, right? And then I ate a Skittle and I was like, oh, I really like this. Was it the case that earlier in my life that I likely would have liked Skittles?
No.
Yes, likely speaking, earlier in my life, I would have liked Skittles. Appreciate the hand art. Thank you so much. Okay. So it was the case that I already had these conditions to like Skittles prior to the notion in which I ate a Skittle.
Well, I don't think that makes any sense to the topic.
Well, okay. The idea is that the reason why it makes sense, the reason why I'm applying this is because it is the case that I had this particular preference, and it was the case that I had this preference prior to actually understanding that I had this preference based upon the experience. Appreciate the handout. Thank you so much. I didn't know I liked Skittles until I actually ate Skittles, but it was the case that I likely would have liked Skittles prior to this, right? Prior to even having Skittles in the first place. Does it make sense?
Not to the topic that you're currently trying to debate. Not really, no.
Oh my God. Right. Yes, it does. I just explained how it does.
It's almost like putting it like this. Like, do you believe LGBT community comes from a childhood trauma or not really?
I think there's not good evidence to indicate that people being gay or people being trans comes from having trauma.
But there's so much evidence. And the same type of evidence.
Give me one study.
Let me think. Childhood abuse and mental health indicators among ethnically diverse lesbian, gay, and bisexual adults.
Okay, that's the title?
Yeah.
Say it again.
Childhood abuse and mental health indicators among ethnically diverse lesbian, gay, and bisexual adults.
Health indicators based on what?
Child abuse indicators among ethnically diverse lesbian, gay, and bisexual adults.
Ethnically diverse, gay, and bisexual adults. Okay, let's look at this. All right. Is this from NIH?
Yep. The same type of
from 2010.
The same type of reports that you guys pull from PubMed.
And where does it conclude that?
Like if you read it, or the one that does not.
Yeah. Where at in the study does it conclude that?
Do you want me to find it for you?
Yeah. Because I'm gonna look at the conclusion along with you doing this.
Of course, I got you. Or do you believe like disparities in childhood abuse between transgender?
Yeah,
or
there is like associations, right, for higher risks of like child like physical abuse, right, related to white counterparts, right? But that wouldn't indicate that caused them to be the case, because then you'd be making the claim that African American and Latino LGBTQ people, right, have an elevated risk comparative to the white counterparts, and that means that they're caused, but people who are gay are not caused, who are white.
So let me see here. I'm trying to find.
That's one of the first conclusion of your study, compared to their white counterparts.
But you're just going based off of the section that you see,
and then also we have a section on these types of studies within the context of my my bibliography. Appreciate the sunglasses, thank you so much. You can go to the link tree in my bio, click on it, click on the sources thing, click on the LGBTQ sightings, right? And it has sightings that related to this that do describe the associations, but there's not good evidence to indicate a causal relationship between
Can I read the evidence
these different types. Yeah, you go for it.
Child abuse was assessed using emotional, physical, and sexual abuse subscales of the Childhood Trauma Questionnaire short form, a standardized retrospective self-report questionnaire with strong internal consistency and test-retest reliability. In our sample, the internal consistency of coefficients for each subscale were as follows: 87% for emotional abuse, 86% for physical abuse, and 94% for sexual abuse. So how is that false?
And where in the context of the study did you see this? And that does not say that one causes the other.
Measures. Where they measure the history of why there is.
Let me go into the measures point. I have to do the final page real quick.
So do you believe or do not believe that it comes from?
I have to see, right? Let's read this. The overall web-based questionnaire. Where does it say that? Here it is. In our sample of the internal okay, so childhood abuse was assessed using emotional, physical, and sexual abuse subscales of the childhood traumatic questionnaire, a standardized retrospective self-report questionnaire, by the way. That's a bias. In our sample and internal consistency coefficients for subscale were as follows. These are the coefficients.
Yeah, but if you look at how depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress symptoms, and perceive,
yeah. So what do you take from these coefficients?
That a lot of it comes from a form of trauma.
No, that's not what they take from this.
So what do you take from it?
Look at the conclusion. The conclusions never said this. That's just coefficients.
But I'm telling you the
coefficients tell you. What's that?
I'm telling you the measurements of the LGBT community and why they think it is here today. Like that's the measurement. That's the questionnaire. They analyze people who are.
Yeah, you're assuming causation because of a particular number in terms of coefficient. You're not understanding what a coefficient is, one, and then two, when you're relating to this, again, it does never say this in this at all, right? That there's a notion of causation derived from this at all.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me where it says that? Appreciate the handout. Thank you.
Wait, where did you say?
There's nowhere in this study where it says that one causes the other. Nowhere. Give me a place in the study where it says that.
If you look at table 1 where it says race, ethnicity, difference on childhood abuse and variables, it gives you the African American, Latina, Asian American, white, and it gives you the statistics as well as the emotional, physical.
Where at in it?
If you scroll down.
Yeah. So just say the thing and I can type it up on the page. They just left. Why'd they just leave? I'm so confused. I'm really, really confused. But yeah, tap that screen, everyone. Does anyone remember his name? I'll go to the next person. But by the way, they were literally comparing on the basis of race, okay? Not on the basis of sexuality and whether sexuality would be the causal factor of this. That's what he's not understanding under his own view. LGB or not? No input. Wait, what was their name? Does anyone remember their name? I would accept them. Yo, Dulce, thank you so much. I appreciate the $20. Thank you so much. This mental health therapist agrees with you. Absolutely, absolutely. WW. DJ input DJ. Okay, I got him. All right, you there?
Yeah, I accidentally left. But yeah, it's literally in the table where it explains it explains the variables, which it tells you the intercepts, the ages, the females, like the education level, the African American, like it just tells you about the emotional abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, everything that correlates to why a person could be experiencing gay or like whatever that is.
Gay or whatever that is, bro. What are you talking about? So can you tell me what particular thing you're referencing?
Because
on
I
the
consider
tables? Because
myself
there's
gay,
table
but
one, table two, and table three. What about
gay,
it?
but I just feel like sometimes it could be wrong.
Thank you for the cash app. I appreciate Dissery. Thank you so much. Yeah. So what is your point with this?
Like it just explains.
This does not compare it to straight people, by the way. So this does not determine anything.
It determines.
You have not read your own study. This is not compared to straight people. It does not tell you whether or not there's even a cause or a causation at all. It compares the level of sexual abuse in individuals in which are African American, Latino or Latina, Asian American, and white. Right? That's what it compares. That's what it's comparing in terms of abuse. It's not comparing.
No, the whole discussion talks about the study of the childhood abuse in relation to adult mental health indicators as it relates to the LGBT community.
Yeah. Not in terms of them being gay, though.
It does, though. It explains the abuse that they've gone through.
It relates to the sexual abuse in relation to the race. Read this. It says a greater proportion of Latino/Latina.
And that's where you're wrong because you haven't read the whole thing. I already passed that part a long time ago, like yesterday. When I was watching your debates, I was already pulling out my articles.
Okay, can you tell me where? Can you tell me where on this it says that?
Where it says the discussion?
Yeah, where it says that there's a causal relationship that means that people are caused to be gay given the fact that they have gone through some type of traumatic experience like this.
Yeah, so people who face prejudice and marginalization based on both race and ethnicity and sexual orientation may face the risk of like abuse as they get older. You know what I mean? So, and that other ways to explain it is they try to find validation and acceptance.
I'm asking, can you give me any evidence that within the context of this particular study that people are caused to be of a particular orientation? There's literally nowhere within the study that you've just given to me that says that there is a causal relationship in terms of describing one's sexual orientation based upon this traumatic basis, okay? This is not in the context of the study. You are whipping this out of your ass, completely out of your ass.
What do you want me to put you? What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
Because I'm giving you something related to the topic, and then every time you guys try to debate, you guys bring something totally different that doesn't even have any type of similar or alike related to the topic.
What? You just brought something that wasn't related to the topic. Why are you projecting?
So why do you
unironically just brought up something that related to the differences in childhood and sexual abuse amongst different races that has nothing to do with whether or not people are caused to be gay given a traumatic experience? So would you like to give me anything actually like legitimate? You're the one that is like changing the what's related to the topic, not me. That's unbelievable for you to say that's me.
So what exactly do you want me to verify for you? And I'll get it.
A causal relationship between these types of traumatic experiences, I appreciate the Corky, thank you so much, and being gay. That's what you were claiming, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you can't justify this assertion, I don't know what you're doing here in front of 3,800 people.
Well, I can give you another report that justifies that answer for you if you want it.
And give it to me. Go for it.
Study finds LGBTQ people report higher rates of adverse childhood experiences than straight people, worse mental health as adults.
Does that mean it's caused? That's a correlation causation fallacy.
Yes.
That does not mean caused. That's a correlation causation fallacy.
So sexual abuse doesn't cause anything.
There's not good evidence to indicate that sexual abuse causes people to be gay.
So when you see a lot of people facing through like different type of trials or anything like that, why is it, not saying this is like all the time, but like sometimes, and you hear stories about it, especially someone who struggled and went to group, you hear guys say, like other guys talk about how they've been sexually abused and that's why they ended up the way they did.
Yeah, so
And you can't validate that
there's
because
not
you're
good
saying you've
evidence
never been to a
empirically.
group. I mean, I've been to a group.
There is not good evidence empirically to say that because someone has gone through a traumatic experience that causes them to be gay. If someone feels that way, right, that can be based upon the correlation causation fallacy. The fact that they associate, the fact that they recognize this notion of themselves after this type of thing happened. Right, but that same thing could then be attributed with individuals who are straight as they reconcile the idea that they're straight after they have been mentally or sexually abused. And that's just association. That's not causation.
I mean, there's so many factors. It doesn't have to be just from sexual abuse for the people that are asking. It can be from anything. It can be.
Can you give me any evidence? You understand you're in front of hey, I want you to understand this for a second. No, I want you to understand this for a second. You're in front of 3,800 people right now. To make a claim that you have absolutely no evidence for, especially one insofar as to say that people are literally gay because of the fact that they were traumatized, right, is a huge claim and one that you would require justification for. If you cannot provide justification for that, that's legitimately harmful. Do you not realize that?
Not really, because a lot of people, like, if you were to go and do a survey, a lot of people will 100% agree that they've experienced some type of stuff like that. Why do you think no one can freaking, like, if you were to sit here and debate against Candace Owen or Ben Sherpa, you really think you would win?
You didn't even say Ben Shapiro's last name right. One secondly, when it relates to Ben Shapiro and Candace Owens, yes, absolutely.
Why?
Absolutely, they have incoherent worldviews.
But why do they keep tearing all these?
Ben Shapiro claims facts over feelings, and then literally believes in religion, in which has contradictions that are entailed by it. You understand that, right?
Facts over feelings. Do you get that right?
Facts over feelings. Why does he still believe in religion?
But why does he believe gay is wrong then? Is that a fact or not?
Because he believes in religion, in which is unjustified. That's not a fact. No. It's false. It's a fact that he's wrong.
All I'm going to say is I'll just go ahead and step off. But
why'd you bring up Ben Shapiro and Candace Owens? They have some of the most incoherent worldviews. Do you believe climate change is caused by humans?
Probably.
Okay, so she disputes that.
I believe
Candace Owens on the Joe Rogan podcast literally said she does not believe in human-caused climate change, right? Being the issue in terms of the context in which the Earth is getting warmer. These people have jokes for ideologies. Absolutely jokes.
I don't know how I'm the dumbest guess. All I'm saying is if you know that, all I'm going to say, and I'm going to put this out there, is I'm bisexual or gay, and all of you want to call it. I know that the reality is not ever going to ever be true. It's a delusion that we all live in. Hopefully a lot of you guys can figure it out.
That's false. You have no evidence for this at all. Can you give me any evidence?
It's evidence, bro. It's evidence.
Give me evidence. Give me something.
It's evidence because you want people to validate that you are a female, but clearly Candace Owens sees a male. It's evident. It's evident.
You're relating to a notion being. By the way, you're trying to relate to a notion in which an individual is claiming that they're trans. Second of all, that's not the claim in which someone says that they're trans. Okay.
Well,
no one's claiming a trans woman is not making.
Stop talking.
Stop talking. Stop talking. Stop talking. A trans woman is not making the claim that they are biologically female. That was never the claim. A trans woman is claiming that they're an adult human person that is committed to or has a desire to be in accordance with a set of characteristics that's typically associated with the female sex. The characteristics, the traits, right? Not necessarily being female. Do you have any like actual legitimate argument?
Yeah, it's common sense, bro. And to me, it's crazy because you can't even validate that it's right. That's the crazy part.
I don't think it's right or wrong to be gay. I don't think it's right or wrong to be straight. It's simply
I know,
just
but if you're debating something, you have to debate that it's right. How are you debating?
No, not necessarily. For example, right? You can be agnostic and say, prove to me God exists.
Because it was 40 disciples that were inspired authors, human authors that were inspired before Christ who wrote the book, and it's through faith why people should believe.
Thank you so much. If you have faith, I have faith that Stewie Griffin created the universe through a temporal loop. Am I justified in believing that Stewie Griffin is God?
I mean, you have trust and you have confidence. That's your faith. That's your belief. So yes, you are justified. Just the same way I am justified. Right?
Appreciate it, Stewie.
Are you not? Like, is it not justified that way?
No, it's
That's
not
the thing.
fucking justified. That's an irrational conclusion. If you have no evidence, that's an irrational conclusion. The same way, I appreciate the handout, thank you so much. The people who believe in QAnon, that fucking believe Donald Trump is the president, that believe reptilians exist, that believe that all these different types of entities biologically changed other types of species on the planet to be able to create human beings. These are all incoherent claims because they have no evidence at all. Right?
So the way
it is just as valid as the claim to say that it's wrong. If you claim that you believe that it's true, I can claim by faith that it's false, and it's just as justified as you believing that it's true.
So the way Dean puts it, like if a kid or any type of student wanted to go to a school, right, and they had faith, they had trust and confidence that they were going to go the next day because that's their faith. They know that they're going to go and complete and do the task the next day, right? They're not justified, even though they had faith that because faith doesn't mean that you're going to actually do it in person. It just means you have belief that it's going to happen.
No. Faith means belief without evidence, right? If you have evidence that they're going to come back in the future and do this, then that would be justified. If you don't have evidence, then it's not justified. Does it make sense?
Faith isn't just based off of like unjustified evidence. It's based off of trust as well. Like if you trust yourself that you're going to
you trust something that you have fucking no evidence for, right?
So
you know what? I say I trust my parents. I say I trust my siblings. Why? Because I have evidence that they've been there for me, right? I can't trust something in which I have no evidence to trust. That's incoherent to me.
I'm leaving the topic the same way the host always does it. They always switch up every type of thing. I'm just asking the same question that Dean put.
Appreciate that mustache. Thank you so much.
And that's why no one can ever win a debate because no one's actually right in the situation. You guys just fucking.
No, you're literally fucking wrong. Like you believe in a religion that has contradictions.
So if it's right, what do you do to contribute? Since you guys always ask for Venmo and Cash App payments, how do you contribute back to the society of the LGBT community? What do you do to give back? If you're straight.
Yeah. So do you understand?
Let's be real. What do you do to give back to the community? Because if I'm being serious, a lot of people struggle from stigma, right? Stigma.
Yeah. So I have to deal with people that come on the platform and engage all the fucking time, right? I combat people all the time that believe in things against this. Do you understand that there's emotional labor behind that? Not really, because if you're a debater, you're really come on, bro. You can't say debating someone, right, in terms of against the unjust treatment and the oppression of a particular community, right, in terms of going through these, right, having patience, going through all these different types of debates is not emotional labor. That is wild to claim that.
It's really not emotional labor when people if you're entertaining, it would be good. But the fact that this is like the same topic, why can't you ever switch up the topic? Why can't you never debate?
I do switch up the topic. I do different topics all the time.
But why is this one always the main one, is what I'm saying. Why can't you?
Because this is one of my main topics. I've been doing this topic for a really long time. I've been doing this topic for over a year at this point, I think.
What happened?
I've been doing this topic for over a year at this point.
And you have no one on here that could prove that it's right.
Yeah, that being gay is wrong. No one.
So if it wasn't wrong, why do females complain about... I'm not saying I'm against anybody, but for example, why do you...
Are you moving the goalpost again, man?
No, it's relating...
You just were just relating to what do you do? And then now that point didn't stick, so we got to go to a different one. So if you had a daughter, right? If you had a daughter, let's just say you had a kid, right? And you saw her go into the bathroom and you see a person that goes in there and they obviously you can obviously clearly see that they are a male just based off of what you see, but they identify as a woman. They go in there right after your 5-year-old daughter. Would you allow it? Yes or no? Just yes or no. Would you allow it? I would be confused with the individual going in. I might question it, right? Because they're male presenting. But why? Because they're male presenting. The same way if there was a trans man that goes into the bathroom. But it's not a male. It's the woman's bathroom. If a trans man goes into the woman's bathroom, I'm also going to be confused because they're male presenting, right? But here, also the question, why are you so obsessed with trans people? What is the obsession? Seriously, what is the right's obsession with trans people? I actually really don't understand it. We're not even talking about trans people. Trans people aren't even in this conversation. And you brought it up 15 times in this conversation. Appreciate the handout. Thank you so much. You are literally obsessed with trans people. Because aren't they part of the LGBT community? If I was they absolutely are. Desiree, I appreciate the cash app. Thank you so much. So what do you want me to refer them? They absolutely are, right? But again, when we're talking about why is being gay wrong, that doesn't relate to trans people, even if they're a part of the LGBTQ community. The same way you wouldn't bring up individuals in which are asexual going into bathrooms, but right? Given the fact that we're talking about being gay. Answered it to why it would be morally wrong. That's the point I just proved to you. Why wouldn't you let the person who knew that they were born to be female, but yet they were in a male body, why is it wrong? Because typically speaking, individuals that are male presenting would go into the man's restroom.
But they're not presenting a male. I'm talking about a male who is dressed as a female, but you can clearly see that they were born a male.
So it's a trans woman.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a trans woman going to the women's restroom, no issue with that.
Okay, and what if they attacked your daughter in there while you're sitting outside?
The trans women are at a significantly lower predisposition towards attacking your child than anyone else, right? When it relates to cis men.
But there's a lot of people that are cross-dressers that do that, and yet they do that for...
Yeah, so you want to know something crazy? If it was the case that you want to do it purely on biology, there are trans men that look like me and you, right, that would be going into the women's restroom, right, and that would be indistinguishable from individuals in which are just like me and you, who are cis individuals going in there and violating individuals, okay? So actually, there would be a greater predisposition towards harm towards people if it was the case that we were telling trans men to go into women's bathrooms. Why? Because it is the case that they look like men. Because they are men.
Everyone's saying like L gas, but it's almost...
What did I just say to you? Input, what did I just say to you?
It's almost like the analogy that Dean puts out there when he says,
what did I just say to you? What did I just say to you? You don't even know.
Yeah, you were talking about acting out, like someone who would do it, someone who would violate their privacy, this and that, and you would be surprised on how many people do that. It's a crazy world out there.
You didn't listen to me at all. You didn't listen.
What did you say?
Okay, so the idea here is that it would be worse if you were telling trans men to go into the women's restroom because they look indistinguishable from me and you. So a cis man would be able to go into the women's restroom and claim that they're a trans man.
Okay, so what about a gay? I'm not even going to say gay. I'm going to say gay because...
And again, this has nothing to do with fucking gay people, so please, give me an argument.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you were...
Oscar, thank you so much for the Venmo. I appreciate it, Oscar. W. Oscar.
A woman who obviously has their hair bald, but yet they still want to go into the girl's bathroom, do you identify them as a male or a woman still? Because I see that...
Wait, hold up. Can you clarify? If someone's just bald, someone can have cancer.
Not that, but I'm saying like there's lesbians out there that have hair that is just spiked up. You know, they look like a guy in reality, and doesn't mean they're trans, but they're gay, right? Or they're lesbian. So do you identify them as male, or would you still consider them?
No, because they don't have commitments towards the cultural and social norms that are typically associated with the male sex. Thank you, Brock. I appreciate that. Or you just requested. Did you hear me?
Yeah, but that still doesn't answer the question, though.
Appreciate that mustache. Thank you so much.
You're saying that they wouldn't be allowed because they look like a male. So the thing is like...
No, wait. By the way, if you look male, that doesn't mean you're not necessarily valid, but it might mean that people will question in a certain circumstance.
They're lesbian.
If it is the case that they are...
I understand that, Crystal, but how do you know? How can you...
Crystal?
Yeah, because I see a comment that says they're lesbian and not trans. But
hey, input. Can you please just hold on the screen and click clear display? Because you're debating the comments more than you're talking to me, man. Like I don't want you to debate the comments. I want you to debate me, man.
All right. So can you answer that question? Hold on, I'm clear. Okay. So can you answer the question of, so like you said that if a person was to look like they were a male, obviously, and a lot of times, because at the same time, the LGBT community, a lot of times people are different. You have cross-dressers, you have people who are gay, you have people who identify as bi, you have people who want to be dressed as a cross-dresser, but they're really straight, and you have people who are like, there's so many different ways of identifying as that way. So in regards to like the whole bathroom thing is like, why wouldn't you let them in if they have no hair? And
I'm not saying I wouldn't let someone in, right? Again, it is the case that it might be questioned by people in society as the case that they don't meet the particular social norms, right? As that would happen in society now.
But I'm not talking about society. I'm talking about you. Like, what would you in that situation if you had a kid and you realized that
I think that there should be gender neutral bathrooms, right? I think that there should be places where bathrooms go from all the way to the bottom to all the way to the top, right? So that you can't see and peek through the little things. That's what I think should be the case. Do you think that adults should be in the same bathrooms as minors? Like that, isn't that a big issue? What about other types of adults, right, taking advantage of minors? I appreciate that, Brock. They give you the cash out. What about gay men taking advantage of little boys, or lesbian women taking advantage of little girls?
That's how the world is. People have their mind of their own,
Oh, wait. So you don't take it, but then you make a big deal about trans people. Appreciate the hat and mustache. Thank you so much.
I wasn't making it
such a big deal about trans people.
Yeah. I'm not making it a big deal. I'm just proving you wrong that you
didn't prove shit wrong.
If it was right, bro, why wouldn't you date? Why wouldn't you date one if you found out in the bedroom that he had the same middle part as you, but yet they have boobies?
I am not attracted to penises.
Yeah, but
right?
what if the voice is different? What if the voice is a whole female?
That does not change anything. I'm not
But how would you
attracted
know
to a
that?
penis.
How would you know that until you got to the bedroom? How would you know that?
You wouldn't know, right?
That's the thing. So when you got in the
You
bedroom,
can be, wait, hold up. For example, I can give you an example. It can be the case that I am attracted to someone's face and that I'm not attracted to their genitalia. Do you understand that can be the case?
no, because you and Dean
No?
always,
What?
yeah, because you and Dean always say you can't be attracted to males. So it's like if you're attracted to the face, then obviously you're attracted by a male. That male fooled
I'm
you.
attracted to their face. I'm not attracted to their genitalia.
But they were born a male. That's the thing. What's the difference between that?
So you can be attracted to someone's face without, you dispute this. So you think that because you're attracted to their face, you have to be attracted to their genitalia?
Yeah,
So if
because
I show you a trans woman right now that you find to be attractive, you're going to tell me that you're attracted to their genitalia as well? Right? In all circumstances?
But how would you supposed to know that that's even a, like, why would you be
No, let me
attracted?
ask you the question, right? Do you want to answer? Or do you,
Of course you can be attracted. Anybody can be attracted.
or you can produce children, right? It is the case that in the context of different types of relations, you might bring up the fact, oh, do you want to have children in the future? And if they don't want to have children in the future, it is completely valid for you to be like, oh, it seems like our goals here when it relates to building a family aren't the same here, right? In terms of producing biological children. So it seems like it wouldn't be the best fit for us to be together, right?
Okay, but
and that's the case with women who are infertile. This is not specific to trans women.
Okay, but the thing is like, if it was okay, and I'm not trying to attack a certain LGBT person, but I'm just saying, like, do you ever see those stories where, like, LGBT, and I'm not just identifying either one, but I'm just saying, like, those who go on a date and then they end up getting killed because they don't explain who they were born naturally as, right? So they go in on a date, and at the end of the day, that person finds out they were other than what they were.
Yeah, so you can talk, that's a different conversation. You can talk about whether or not you find someone attractive.
That's why it's wrong. Like, there's people out there that get killed for this stuff, right? If you don't tell
but that does not mean it's wrong to be trans. That means that it's wrong for the people to unalive them.
Yeah,
okay?
it's morally wrong. Do you get the moral part of it?
It's morally wrong for people to be unalived unjustly.
No, I'm meaning it's morally wrong. Like, the gay part is wrong, and also, like, the killing is wrong.
No, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Like, can you actually give me an argument that says it's wrong? You're literally just giving me things that don't relate to it being wrong, and you're also arguing about things that literally don't fucking relate to being gay. Unironically, appreciate the
part because they want to be a female and date a straight male, and when they go and date a straight male, that straight male.
Hey, can you give me an argument that says that being gay is wrong, or would you like to leave?
Bro, you have a lot of delusional people that I feel bad for you. I'm gay.
Yeah, the only delusional person on my live right now is you in my live. So can you answer my question?
I'm gay, but I would never go as far as changing my fucking human part, bro. That's the crazy.
Oh my god, bro. What is your Why are you so obsessed with trans people? Why are you so obsessed? You are fucking obsessed with trans people. What is your issue with trans people?
Bro, they're part of the LGBT community, bro. I'm trying to prove you wrong.
I'm talking about gay people. We're not even talking about trans people right now.
Gay is part of trans, bro. You wouldn't even.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Why wouldn't you date one then? With the date, why don't you date one? Why don't you date one?
I am not attracted to penises.
I know, but if they were
someone with a penis, I am not attracted to a penis.
Think about it. If you really love them and they're going to change that penis,
that is not how it works. That doesn't mean that I can just somehow be attracted to a penis. That's not how it works.
Okay, what if that penis was ready transformed to a small hole? Would you go? Would
if someone has gone through post-op, I could find them attractive.
Why though? How?
What do you mean how?
The pussy doesn't feel the same as a fucking surgery hole. So
oh my god,
trust me, I tried it. It doesn't fucking feel the same, bro.
I don't think that's true across the board, right? I think that you are mistaken there. Caitlin, I appreciate the Venmo. Thank you so much,
bro.
And then also, like, again, I'm gonna ask you the question, right? What is your obsession? What is your obsession with trans people? Why do you keep bringing up trans people when we're talking about gay people?
Because at the end of the day, like I'm bringing them up because at the end of the day, the gay people. At the same time, it's part of LGBT, right? And at the same time, all these people are...
No, dude, you're misunderstanding. LGBTQ community is different from talking about just gay people in a particular circumstance, okay? That we can make a distinction between gay people and between trans people within the respect of this conversation to be able to have a conversation about gay people. You're fucking obsessed with trans people, and that's why you don't fucking stop talking about them.
Well, do you want me to prove you wrong real quick, and then I'll leave?
You can't prove shit wrong.
I can prove it right now.
No, you can't.
Do you want to hear it?
Go for it. Do whatever you want.
All right, watch. And this will validate the answer. Watch.
What do you mean watch? What am I watching?
Hold on. You're not going to watch. You're going to hear it. Sorry. Hold on.
Okay, I'm feeling like there's something sus happening right now.
No, it's not, bro. It's literally gonna tell you why it's wrong. Like literally.
Can you just tell me? Can you just say it?
It's a video that it just explains why.
I'm not gonna listen to a video. If you play a video, I'm gonna go to the next person.
Well, let me explain it in my own words, and
Okay, then go for it.
Let me watch it. Right, hold on. You're not gonna hear it, but it's gonna come from my mouth, and I'll tell you why. So you can just fucking hear it for yourself.
In the meantime, everyone, tap that screen. Let's try to get to 1 million likes. If you want to help get out to more people, share the live, copy link, send it to a few friends. You already know the deal, everyone. If you want to help get out to more people, keep sharing the live. You already know. Brock, I appreciate the cash app. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right.
Okay.
Are you gonna give me are you gonna give me anything here?
Yeah, I'm gonna find it right now.
Okay. Do you wanna come on later when you find it, or do you just wanna hurry up?
No,
or?
I have it right here. Hold on.
Not the same. Our interests are.
He literally plays the audio after I tell him not to. Okay, input. We're gonna go to the next person. Appreciate you coming on. Only send guest requests if you disagree. Tap that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 1 million likes, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello? Yeah, I heard Candace Owens too. I don't care. It's literally Candace Owens. We're gonna go to the next person. Keep tapping that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 1 million likes, everyone. You already know the deal, everyone.
No, there's not.
Reduce these types of family structures in society. People being able to express the types of sexual attractions that they have.